Hey guys, it's me Mr. 250, and welcome back to Umineko. We finally finished off last time with the Sumidera family chasing Angie again, and now it looks like we're finally back to the story at hand, and I'm excited to see where we're going to go from here. So let's continue as usual. It was already approaching 10 at night. By now the typhoon had wrapped itself around Rokinjima. Even the rose garden that had looked so beautiful midday was beaten down upon by the fierce winds and resisted with all its might, undulating and trying to keep the flowers from blowing away. In that rose garden, with Shannon in the lead, Battler, who was holding up an umbrella, Jessica and Maria, who was sleeping on I read that really awkwardly, didn't I? Jessica and Maria, who was sleeping on George's shoulders, were heading for the guest house. Battler, my friend, I haven't seen you in so long. I've been stuck with this witch girl.
いいんだぜ、シャノンちゃん。戻って休んで。
いいえ、お送りするのも仕事ですので。
親族会議中はうちのお母さんとか源氏さんもピリピリしてるからな。下手に私たちが気を利かせるとシャノンがサボってると勘違いされちゃう。
そうだね。素直にお世話になった方がむしろ迷惑をかけないだろうね。ありがとう、シャノン。いい
え、確かにお嬢様のおっしゃられます通り、今日のお屋敷はピリピリしています。だから私も皆さんとご一緒して外の空気が吸えるのでちょっと肩が楽です。
親族会議か。わざわざ俺たち子供を追い出すくらいだから相当タチの悪い話をするんだろうぜ。
だろうね。僕たちはきっと何の力にもなれない。せめて邪魔をしないようにするのが一番の協力だと思うよ。
どうせまた金って話だろうぜ。普段散々金持ちだと吹聴してるくせにいざとなったらもったいぶりやがる。パーッと気前よくみんなで山分けすりゃいいのよ。
Kazev is a jerk and is gonna murder everyone for the money.
そりゃ豪快な話だぜ。俺にも分け前がもらえりゃいいのによ。もし俺にももらえたらそん時はシャノンちゃんにも分けてやるからな。
どうもありがとうございます。お気持ちだけで嬉しいです。
シャノンは欲がないね。
Oh, by the way, someone asked if I could change the text window. I think, didn't we go over this at one point? It was a while ago, but I think text window 2 was kind of hard to read on, if I remember correctly. I can't remember, honestly, it's been so long I forgot, but we'll try text window 1 for a bit, see if we like that one.
年頃の女の子なら買いたいものがいっぱいあるだろうに。
そうですね。でも私、欲しいものの中にお金で買えるものがありませんので。
ひゅー、無欲だな。俺なんか欲しいもん全部並べたら金がいくらあっても足りねえぜ。
お金で買えるものにはだぜ。シャノンの言う金で買えない欲しいものって何かな。
I'm pretty sure we already know what it is.
ジョージ兄さんは心
Yeah, do you have any idea, George? Feel free to enlighten us.
さあ、
Oh, I wonder. Ha 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 ha.
シャノンじゃないとわからないね。
私にもわかりません。
What do you mean you don't know? George and Shannon looked down with their faces red because they're a bunch of dirty liars. Battler had also heard the details, so he knew what Jessica was teasing them about.
ジョージの兄貴は俺にとっても尊敬できるお人だ。シャノンちゃんは本当にいい人と巡り会えたと思うぜ。
だな。私もジョージ兄さんなら安心してシャノンを任せられるぜ。
からかうのはよしてくれよ。僕たちにとっては真
Look
面
at
目な問
that!
題
Look
なん
at
だ。
that blush on George's face.
それよりジェ
You
シカ
can't
ちゃんの
hide it
方だっ
behind your
て
big
どうな
white
んだい。
glasses.
カノン君と少しは仲良くなれたのかい。
Oh!
お前カノン君とそういう仲なのかよ。
Oh man, fight fire with fire, why don't you?
汚いぜジョージ兄さん。そういう話の切り返し方は汚いぜ。
And little did they know they'd all be dead in 24 hours. With blood spurting out their neck, as they had an animated discussion with ups and downs. The four kids headed for the guest house. The annual family conference was extremely important to the Ushirimiya family, and this year seemed like it was going to be especially important. Apparently the family head Kinzo was personally going to be making a very serious announcement, and everyone other than the adults had been strictly ordered to leave. Battler hadn't attended the family conference in 6 years, so he didn't really notice. But according to Jessica, there seemed to be a very tense atmosphere tonight. Completely different from a normal year. Common sense made it clear that Kinzo, whose remaining life was short, was going to make some big announcement about the succession of the head and the distribution of his fortune.
しかし驚いたな。
Maybe it was this text box that had the problems. Was it this one okay? I don't know. We're gonna try it out too.
まさか本当にじいさまが登場するとは。
なるほど。これが魔女の反撃という
Oh
わ
look,
け
and it's this Angie, not the other Angie.
金蔵というジョーカーはもう少し伏せていたかったところだが、そろそろ切るのが頃合いであろう。切り札は切るためにある。
くそ、じいさまは最初から死んでて、その代わりに謎の18人目が紛れ込んでるっていう俺の推理は、ここに来ていきなりバッサリってわけか。
いつかは
Are we
そなたが
sure
金
about
蔵
that?
の疑いに来ることは読めておった。
I mean, have we actually seen it happen yet?
さあさあ、これでそなたの推理は再びゼロに戻ったぞ。金蔵は最初から死んでいて、その代わりにわらわが18人目として紛れ込んでいたという推理はこれでパーだ。
くすだがくじけねえぞ。一つの推理が外れただけだ。嵐のように暴風のように襲いかかってやる。
そうでなくてはな、そうでなくてはな。まだまだ第一の晩祭始まっていないぞ。屈服にはあまりに早すぎる。
そうね。そして赤き真実で否定されたわけでもない。今この瞬間の時点でまだバトラの説を
Yeah,
破
exactly.
られ
That's
た
what I
わけ
was
でも
saying.
ない。勝ったつもりになるのも早すぎるわよ。
そうだな。確かにあっさり鵜呑みにするにはまだ早いな。じいさまがいよいよ登場するということにはなってるが、やっぱり体調が悪くなった云々言って現れない可能性だってある。じいさまは本当は死んでいるという事実をクラウスおじさんがギリギリまで苦し紛れで引き延ばしているだけかもしれない。
True, true, definitely.
なるほどなるほど。そう好きにするがよい。すぐに決着する。すぐにな。
I'd certainly like to see where grandfather stands in terms of actually, not being dead. All of the relatives in Nanjo could be seen in the dining hall. Nanjo sat alone, quietly watching the wind and the rain outside. Cross sat down in the seat of his own rank, with Natsui standing motionlessly at his side, and me being unable to speak in clear words. The other siblings were gathered at the opposite end of the long table, whispering to each other.
そりゃ本当か。
ええ、マリアは傘をくれた人物を
What?
お父様だというのよ。
Wait, really? Father?
なんちゅうことや。
You sure it wasn't Beatrice?
ということはつまりわしらの作戦は根底から崩れたっちゅうわけか。
作戦も何もお父様が健在で 自ら発表があると言った以上、もう兄さんとのくだらない駆け引きは一切不要だわ。
That was unexpected. I didn't expect father to be handing out umbrellas.
クソ親父め。
Running around outside with the umbrellas.
とっとと現れてくれりゃよかったんだ。おかげで俺たちは兄貴と無駄に揉めただけだ。
それを試したかったのかもね。血のつながってない私が言うのもなんだけど、あなたたちのお父様、かなり頭はいいわよ。
日中のやりとりは多分使用人の誰かに聞かれてお父様に報告されてたのよ。なんてこと。お父様の遺産が目当てで騒いでることはもうバレバレってことじゃない。
What do you... How does he not know that? I never really... I don't really understand that. Like, how does he not know that? You kind of are just yelling in the house about it. Eva uncharacteristically held her head, dejected. If, as Kyrie had said, everything had been going according to Kinzo's plan from the beginning. And if this was a huge setup that had been kept up for over a year trying to find the siblings' true intentions, then they had fallen for it completely.
お父さんの耳に入ったとまだ決まったわけやない。
いいえ、入ってるに決まってるわ。ああ、もう終わりだわ。お父様は宣言するのよ。兄さんこそが跡継ぎで、私たちには片翼を身にまとう資格もないと宣告するのよ。あ、私は。
姉さん、しっかり。
ローザさん、マリアちゃんは本当にお父様に傘をもらったのか
Yeah,
し
you
ら。
know, Maria, she talks to stuffed animals.
え、どういう意味？
マリアちゃんはお父様に会ったかもしれない。でも、私たちは会ってないわ。マリアちゃんがそうだと主張しているだけよ。
そんな。
Oh, Rosa, are you gonna snap her neck just like you did to your rip her face off? Like you did to Sakataro?
落ち着けよローズ。マリアちゃんが嘘をつくとは言っ
Oh,
てね
it's about to get real violent in here.
だがマリアちゃんは素直な子だろう。例えばだが源氏さんあたりがこの傘はおじい様からマリア様に渡すように言われましたみたいなことを言ったら、マリアちゃんは親父に会ったわけでなくてもおじい様に傘をもらったって言うかもしれねえぜ。
そうね。その手が考えられるわ。
だがな、マリアちゃんはこう言ったんやろ。おじい様がやってきて傘を渡してくれたと。
Maybe someone dressed up in a grandfather costume.
ええ、そう言ったわ。おじい様から直接受け取ったとはっきり言ったわ。
直接か。
So it wasn't even grandfather. It was just an old person. She hasn't seen him in a while, so she doesn't actually know what he looks like. An old person came up and started screaming about how his kids were, his kids were terrible and how they couldn't even be called Ushiromiyas or something while shaking his fist. And she's like, "Oh, that must be that grandfather guy I've heard about. That one."
お手上げだな。
下手な考え、休むに似たりとはよく言ったものだわ。ちょっと考えてみたら、傘がどうこうなんてどうでもいい問題だわ。
どうしてよ。マリアちゃんが兄さんに買収されて、あたかもお父様が健在であるかのように嘘を頼まれたかもしれないでしょ。
true.
傘が確かにお父様から渡されたなんて証拠、どこにもありはしない。
He could have given her candy.
マリアちゃんが誰から傘をもらっていようとも。
Hey, I'll knit you another Sakataro if you tell everyone you got this umbrella from grandfather.
あるいは傘なんかそもそももらっていなかったとしても、お父様はもうじき現れる。現れたお父様の前に、傘の問題なんて全くどうでもいいこと。つまり、傘の問題が取り沙汰されるのは、そうでない場合ということよ。
そうでない場合ってのは何のことだ。
そうか。
Is it that we're gonna find out soon enough regardless?
キリエさんが言いたいのはこういうことやろ。お父さんもうすぐ出会ってくることになっとるが、また難癖をつけて結局現れん可能性がまだ残ってるっちゅうことやろ。
そうか。そうよね。私たちの追求に兄さんが苦し紛れの時間稼ぎでお父様が現れると出任せを言ったの
That's
かも
all
しれ
part
な
of
い。
Nissan's plan.
兄さんは今なおまだ健在であると嘘をつき続けている。
つまりお父様が現れれば全ての策は通用しない。考える必要もない。私たちは訴状の魚、運を天に任せてお父様との直接交渉に臨むしかないわ。それこそ土下座とげんこつを覚悟してお金を無心するしかない。でも逆にお父様が現れなければ私たちの当初の作戦は何も揺るがない。
なるほど。つまりどっちに転ぼうとも今さらあたふたする必要
Yeah,
は何も
exactly.
ない。
There's not really much you can do about it at the moment either way. You just kind of gotta see what does or doesn't happen.
そういうこと。お父様が現れれば本来の親族会議が行われるだけの話。現れなければ私たちは引き続きクラウス兄さんを追求すればいいだけの話なのよ。
お父さんの機嫌が急に悪くなってみたいなクラウスさんの言い逃れを決して許さんようにせんとな。
どうやら私たちが本当に検討すべきは兄さんがどんな策を浪してこの場をごまかそうとしてくるかよ。往生際の悪さは私が一番よく知っているわ。お父様がお元気なら私たちは土下座してお金を無心し、クラウス兄さんの茶番だったなら私たちは醜い兄弟喧嘩を再開し、今年も素敵な親族会議になりそうね。
だな。下手な考え休むに似たりってわけか。もうじき22時だな。兄貴に催促してみるか。
Rudolph and the rest looked at Cross. He sat down and looked like he was awaiting Kinzo's arrival with an air of composure. They couldn't tell whether that really was composure or whether he was scheming about how to tie together his lie.
あなた、
落ち着きなさい。もう今さらジタバタしても始まらん。源氏さんに任せよう。
もうじき10時ですね。
No, it's almost 22. That was the time that had been set for tonight's family conference to open. And at the same time, it was the time that the Ushiramiya family head needed to appear. Right then, they heard the sound of footsteps approaching from the hall. There were multiple sets. Oh, this is gonna get exciting. Natsui raised her head, relieved. And the hobo and his group of hobo-men jumped in and attacked them. But because of the sound of a knock, her expression was filled with disappointment. Because Kinzo probably wouldn't have knocked. Yeah, it's a servant, yeah.
戸締まりの見回りが終わりました。
It was Goda and Kumasawa. Unlike the powerful Goda, it was rare for Kumasawa with her old body to be forced to work with this late. Of course, Cross also seemed to know that.
ご苦労だった。こんな時間まで申し訳ないね、熊沢さん。
いいえ、こう見えてもまだまだ夜更かしは得意でございますので。
熊沢についてだけは立ち会いを外させても良いのでは。さすがに体に応えるでしょう。
使用人も全員揃えろとの命令だ。逆らえ。
Tonight's family conference was clearly different from a normal one. On a normal year, no one was able to attend the family conference except relatives. It had been impossible for any servants to be there too. But this year was different. All the servants were told to attend the family conference. Of course, they were not allowed to talk. They were there as observers. Just what in the world was there that needed 5 servants to observe? Even Cross didn't know. This kind of sounds like it might be magic related.
徹夜はこう見えても強いんですよ。旦那様もサバをもりもり食べれば夜ももっとたくましくなれますよ。
なるほど。まだまだお元気でおられる。100歳になっても元気でお勤めに違いない。
奥様、勝手ながら軽食の準備をさせていただきました。いつでも配膳できますので、ご指示を頂戴できればと思います。
What do you mean arrogance? How is preparing and serving a snack arrogance? That's like A++. Good job, Goda. You're gonna get a raise.
ありがとう。やはりあなたは気が利きますね。他の皆さんにコーヒーのおかわりを勧めてください。
かしこまりました。
After nodding, Goda took the pot towards the relatives gathered at the other end of the table. As he did, more footsteps approached from the hallway. It was a single set, and it was light. Even before the knock, they could imagine who it was.
失礼いたします。
Okay, can we stop having servants come? I want to have Kinzo come.
お子様方をゲストハウスへお送りいたしました。
ご苦労でした。今夜は特別な晩です。緊張感を欠かさないように。
はい、かしこまりました、奥様。
Genji had gone with Kanon to meet Kinzo. Oh yeah, I forgot Kanon existed and wasn't dead. There's still no sign of their return. I don't know why, just like, most of the other people don't escape my mind, but for some reason, I always feel like Kanon's dead all the time. The hand of the clock passed 22 slightly, or 10 o'clock. Once sure of that, Eva spoke to Cross.
兄さん、もう時間だけれども、親族会議、まだ始まらないのかしら？
主賓の到着が遅れている。しばらく待ちたま
え。いつまで？悪いけど時間を切ってもらうわよ。お父様がなかなか来ないなんてのを延々と続けて夜明けまで待たされたらたまらないわ。
親父殿のお越しになる時間を私が約束などできるものか。何を焦っているのだね。まずはコーヒーでも飲んで落ち着かんか。
Drink your coffee.
兄貴、俺たちは親族会議のために集まってるんだ。茶番じゃない。あと30分は待つ。だがそれでダメなら書斎に押しかけさせてもらうぜ。
押しかけるとは物騒な当主様への敬いにあまりにも欠ける行為です。
I don't think they care about respect for the head at this point.
そうよね。あと30分はおとなしくしてるわ。
Kick down the door.
30分後にも同じ笑いが浮かべられるか楽しみだわ。
親父殿が死んでいると。
それを今さら議論する気はないわ。お父様がここにやってくればいいだけの話。兄さんを言いまかす必要なんて何もないもの。
後ろ宮家当主は正当なる人間へ正当なる手続きをもって継承される。お前が何の策を弄したところで何も抗えんよ。もちろん私も。
何をわけのわかんないことを。今まで散々自分こそが次期当主だと威張ってきたくせに。
お前の言葉をそのまま返そう。それを今さら議論する気はない。親父殿がやってきて 自らの口でそれを宣言すればいいだけの話だ。
If there's anything Cross is good at, I think it's looking really confident when he may in fact not be.
お前を言い負かす必要などどこにもない。だったか。
Cross casually turned Eva's words back on her. Of course that added oil to Eva's anger, but it didn't ignite, because in that instant, the sound of a very loud knock rang out. As he arrived, both Genji and Kanon were usually very reserved when they knocked. They wouldn't hit the door with such a violent strength. It was like a judge's gavel slamming down in a call for silence. So everyone fell quiet. The door opened slightly and Genji showed himself. Then he spoke with a serious tone different from his usual tone. It wasn't the tone he used when carrying out his duties. It was the tone he used when speaking for Kinzo himself. So just by hearing Genji speak like that, the siblings were struck with a sudden tension.
皆様、ご着席を。
At those words, the dining hall fell into a complete silence, and everyone hurriedly returned to their designated seats. It was as though students who had been bustling around just before homeroom had suddenly returned to their seats when the teacher came. And it might even have felt humorous. But there was no way anyone would joke about it. Everyone sat in order, and Shannon, Goda, and Kumasawa stood up straight in a row by the wall.
栄光ある後ろ宮家の当主にして金色に輝ける六軒島の領主後宮金蔵卿のおなりであります。
Of the double doors that led to the dining hall, Genji opened the right door from the inside and Kanon opened the left door from the outside. I have arrived, foolish children! Bow! Bow before me in my anger! I'll shake my fist at you, you dang kids! I'm not dead. We're gonna stop there for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. One thing I wanted to mention, just on the topic of streams and stuff, good news is I got better internet, like a lot better actually. So streaming should definitely be something we can do and in a slightly better quality. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we will return with Kinzo. Kinzo the Angry. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. He's so mad right now. He's like, dang kids, I was wanting to stay in my room, and now I gotta come out and talk to you, prove I'm real. And Cross is just sitting over there chuckling to himself, as he, he's slightly quivering in fear as well. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for some more Umineko. Bye!